I just saw somebody. My God, I'm super bright. Hold on, y'all. Okay, that's more normal. I'm like, what is happening? Why am I so bright? How's everybody on this a fine Sunday evening? Yeah, I gave up on keto because that's some bullshit diet. I mean, it's okay for a little bit, and I lost like 20 pounds almost. But I'm just gonna stick with eating healthy. Oh, that was Margine. Oh yay! You already gave me a like. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so I'm waiting for some people to come in. Hello, Stephanie. Y'all have no clue what I'm talking about tonight, do you? I even have pictures. God help us all. Ooh, I have pictures. Yay, you're awake. Yay. I might not be for long because I'm drinking the wine. And you know what? Have at it. Call me a drunk. I don't give a flying. You know what? Mm. It's nice to be able to have actual wine and not have to worry about, ooh, is it low carb? Is it low carb? Because I don't care. Okay. So, just looking to chillax. Oh, we're going to chillax. This is going to be a chill live. Yeah. Because the live I'm talking about was a chill trip. Okay, so how many of y'all, when you hit 30, decided, I'm so tired, I wish I had wine. I want to be a drunk tonight? Well, Margine, I can assure you I'm not even close to drunk, but I might be before the night's over. I don't know. I could be live all night. I don't know why I keep getting out of focus. I think it's because the hat is probably screwing it up. See that? That's weird. Um, so the biggest question I get asked by people out here, how did you end up so far away from home? That's a good question. It's a valid question, right? Like how why are you 1,500 miles away from home? How'd you get from Tennessee, like over here, well, where y'all are at, over here to over here? That's the main question, and I always hated that when I was dating, and I would be like, oh well, how did you wind up so far away from home? I'm gonna tell you. So I might have to get a little bit personal tonight. That's why I have pictures. Y'all, could this glass of wine be any bigger? It's like the size of my head. It's really good though. It's Apothic Pinot Noir. I guess that's the brand, Apothic. I don't know. I'm not a spokesperson or anything. Okay, so hey, Kobe Cheese Whiz. I haven't even really started yet. So when y'all turn like it's a tanker of wine. Stephanie, you know me, I'm a drunk, right? I mean, I stay drunk constantly, so I have to keep my glass filled up. All right, how many of you, when you turned a certain age, you're just like, I have to go do something? I felt like, why do I keep getting up? You know what? Maybe it's the glasses. Is it the glasses? Nope, it's just me. It probably has something to do with it. What is going on? Stop. Here, let's get a little brighter. Maybe I need to get a little closer. That's what's happening. It's having trouble because I'm not close. I was gonna ask if you're drunk. No, I'm definitely not drunk. Maybe y'all are drunk. Maybe that's what's happening. Here, I want my glasses back on though because I look more professional. I'm just kidding. All right, when I hit 30, I went through this phase where I was just like, God, I live in this little bitty town with like 2 red lights. I don't have a life. Well, I mean, I did have a life. My children were my life. And I would go out like every other weekend or something and go dance. I love line dancing. Love it, love it, love it. Have loved it for years. Haven't done it since I moved out here. Yeah, that's what happened. My life just kind of stopped when I moved out here. But so I decided when I hit 30, I'm just like, I have never done anything. I've never been anywhere. And I'm like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to book myself a cruise. I had never been on a plane. I had never been on a cruise. I had never been really anywhere. 30 years old and never been, you know why? Because I spent my whole entire 20s being married to assholes. So yeah, that's not fun. So I'm just like, you know what? I'm just gonna go. I got like a. This is back in the day, you get, hey SM, I didn't even see you come in. You get your tax money, and I spent most of it on my children, which I always did. And I'm like, I am going to take a trip. So I booked a cruise all by myself, just me. You misspell it too. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to do this. Y'all, it was ballsy because I had no idea what it was like to get on a plane. I had no idea what it was like to go on a cruise. And I did it all by myself. I didn't have anybody with me, which was a little bit strange. A little strange. So the first night, well, let's get to let's get to the flight first. Okay, so my flight was leaving at like 6:30 in the morning or something from Nashville. Okay, and I lived halfway between Memphis and Nashville, so it was like a 2-hour drive. So I get in my little car and I'm all excited. I have all this stuff packed. Which, by the way, I don't even know why people bother to pack for a cruise because you're just in a bathing suit the whole time. And I packed all this stuff. I get there in Nashville airport and I'm like, ooh, I'm going to have a drink before I get on this plane because I've never flown. So I'm just going to get a little bit buzzed in the morning. Nope. Get to the airport. It doesn't open till, what was it, 5:30 or 6? It was like literally only 45 minutes before my flight, which I thought was kind of odd. But I'd never been to an airport, so I didn't know. But I was told, you got to get there an hour early. So I got there 2 hours early. So I ended up going to I don't know how many of y'all have been to the Waffle House. Waffle House is a big deal down south. You go to the club, you have a few drinks, and boom, you hit the Waffle House to, grease out all the alcohol that you drank, right? Anybody ever done that? Or go to if you didn't go to Waffle House, you had to go to Crystal Burger. A lot of things. Probably, maybe it's a Southern thing. I don't know. I like the Waffle House. So I went over there and I ate, and I was talking to this gentleman, and I'm like, do you have any idea, like, how this goes with, you've never been on a cruise, Colby? Well, I've been on one, and I ended up here, so. And I'm just like, so how does this whole thing work, with, like, what do I do? Do I go through, I don't know anything about, this guy looked at me like I had 3 heads or something. He's like, you've never been on a plane? Nope, never been on a plane. He goes, you've got to be like 25. And I go, no, I'm 30, dude, but thank you. I was making crackers with PBJ. I'm back. Oh, okay. Waffle House. Yeah. Smothered and scattered and whatever. Hello, Fight Like a Girl. You love cruising? I actually really enjoyed it. But my biggest thing was, getting on this flight, okay? Because I don't like to fly. But it was a big, wait a minute. We took a flight from, I feel like I had a layover. Actually, I think I did. No, maybe I didn't go on there. It was a big plane though. And it just so happened the plane that I was on, I sat next to this couple, because you know how they have 3 seats. And we were talking, and the girl sitting next to me, I could tell she was super duper nervous. I'm like, God, they need alcohol on these damn planes. The guy goes, oh, they've got alcohol. They just have to wait till we get up in the air. And I'm like, well, I need it now. She's like, oh, I've never flown before either. So she and I were like holding hands. And as we start talking, guess what? We're going on the same damn exact same cruise. By the way, it was Carnival Ecstasy. Yep. Read about that cruise about a week before I went there because this was back in the 90s, late 90s. And if y'all remember, back then you had you had these AOL chat rooms and all that kind of stuff. So I was in a chat room talking about that particular cruise because sometimes you can meet people beforehand and be like, oh, hey, I know people here already. Kind of cool, right? Yeah. Guess what I found out? That cruise had a fire like 6 months prior. I was like, wait a minute. I'm going on a cruise ship that's been on fire? This is not very smart. I wasn't very smart when I was 30. Either way, on the Valor, okay, well, the Ecstasy was known for, I looked it up, and Ecstasy was known for more like younger type crowd. like, I don't know, have fun. I heard there was a bunch of naked parties that go on at the top part, but I don't know because I never went up there. I didn't really want to see a bunch of naked people dancing around. This is kind of not my thing. Maybe I was even a party pooper when I was 30. I don't know, but let me tell y'all, I got on the plane. I survived it. I actually even fell asleep on it, which is weird. We get to we get to Miami, which, as y'all know, almost all cruises are the biggest majority of them on the what are on the East Coast over in that area take off mostly from Miami. It does happen that so, well, let me just tell you this. The biggest bill that I had while on said cruise was all alcohol. I could not believe how, and it's not because I drink a lot, it's because they charge you a lot. You get a bucket of beer and it's like $25. I'm all, it's only 3 beers in here. What the hell? So I don't know if they charge me like extra for the ice, but you're sitting in the sun, right? So I get there. Let me tell y'all, the bus going from the airport to the actual ship, this dude could not drive for shit. Okay, wrong way down one-way streets, just bad the whole way. I'm like, oh, I hope this is not a sign. I hope this thing's not gonna catch on fire again. So I get there. Oh, and they take this cute little picture. Let me see if I can find it. So, like, when you get there, they're all like, oh, we got to take your picture. We got to show, we got to prove that you were here. Y'all want to see how skinny I was? Okay, here I am. Watch this. Look at this. It is, I think it even has the day. April, what does that say? April 26, 1999. Look how little I was, though. And I was all tan. I went tanning before this trip in the tanning bed, which, by the way, is the worst thing. Actually, I'm kind of glad I did because I even got sunburned with a tan. Left out of, oh, Cape Canaveral. Yeah, they do leave out of different areas, but I mean, there's a big old huge port in Miami because this one went to Cozumel, Key West, and I think maybe that's it. I feel like that's it. We went to Mexico. So there I am. I'm walking on to this little cruise ship. Having a big old time. My little skinny legs. I don't know what is going on with the bag situation. Y'all, I had so much crap in those bags and I didn't wear even 2/3 of it. It was really insane how much I did not wear on this cruise. Which you might find out later why. Just kidding. Okay, I'll show my face now. But the hair and everything, like I was just like, okay. All right, so I get there. Hold on, let me get rid of this. This was all new to me. Like when I walked into this place, I was like, wow. Because y'all got to remember, I live in a little tiny town. I don't really go places. I had been married since I was like 19. So I knew nothing but just be a mom. And if I went places, it was kid-friendly places. Unless I went to, go line dancing. Which I couldn't take the kids to that. They don't let you take them in the bar. Yes, you way overpacked. Oh, yeah, I was very, very tiny. I was tiny my whole entire life. Up until literally about 8 or 9 years ago, I was very, very small. Oh, that wine is so good. Sorry, I can't help it. So my big goal in going there was I'm going to find myself, right? Just me. It's going to be all about me. Not going to meet someone. I even said that. And everybody I worked with at the bank, they're like, she's going to come back with a boyfriend. I'm like, nope. It's just about me. This is all about me. Not going to meet anybody. So the first day, and I was supposed to have a room by myself. And it turns out they stuck me in there with some little short lady from Pennsylvania who had a very loud mouth. I was not happy. And I went to like pull this, you know how you think you're going to be impressed by something? You know how that happens, right? I'm just kidding. No, I went to pull the little curtain back thinking, oh, I'm going to be able to see the water. Nope, just plastic. I didn't have a special room. I had a room way down below. I did not like that. So I realized I had someone there with me, and it turns out it was okay because, sometimes it was nice to talk to somebody. Because, like I said, being there alone was a little bit weird, although I didn't mind, except for the first night for dinner. I was seated at an elderly couple's table, and I was the only single person there. And I looked at them and I'm like, this doesn't seem right. I thought they said I was going to be seated with the singles. They're like, oh, I think we misunderstood, or they put me in the wrong place. Okay, let's just say that was not exciting. I'm sorry, nothing against the elderly people. They were very nice. And I ordered duck Lagrange, which I did not like. Just so y'all know, I won't ever try that again. I did not like it. Cruise food is really good. I'm like, nope, don't like this. And the guy comes back. He goes, well, you can order whatever you want. I was like, oh, bring me a filet. I forgot they don't charge for the food, which, by the way, they have tons of food, in case y'all don't know. Or at least they used to. Y'all gotta remember, this is 20-something years ago. But I was having fun. I hit up they have like all these different little bars. They have like like kind of a fancy wine bar. And then they have like kind of a discotheque, and they have like a little casino on there. I mean, I was hitting up all the places, having so much fun. I really was, y'all. I was having a blast. And I was having fun by myself. Here, I have a picture of me up in the very front of I was really seriously. Oh, here it is. Hold on. Ta-da! This is in the very front. You notice I have a beer in hand. But look, I didn't even have a tummy. I had like little indention. I had no fat whatsoever on my body. Like, it was weird. This is after giving birth to 2 kids. So, I mean, I don't think I look too bad. That bag was horrible though. I'm so used to like my fancy bags now that I can't stand that bag. I look at that and go, oop, nope, don't like it. But I don't even know who took that picture. Probably my lovely roommate, who, by the way, y'all, swears that she wore a size 4 and she should have been in like an 8 or a 10, okay? But she squeezed her ass on a size 4. Or should I say I helped her? That was not fun. So I did like a lot of reflecting, just like I'm gonna get myself together. I didn't like ox tongue. Ooh, ox tongue, gross. Did you have that on a cruise, or did you just have it in general? I want to go back. You're killing me, Smalls. Wait a minute. Oh, on a cruise? This is the only one I've ever been on. It's the only one. And it was like a 5-day cruise. It was a lot of fun. I mean, I really did have a lot of fun. I got so brown, though. When I got home, my kids were like, what happened to you? There's pictures of me up next to my kiddos, and they both look so pale. But, so on a cruise. Oh, okay. Okay, so you did have, ew. So you just thought ox tongue sounded really yummy, fight like a girl? That sounds disgusting. I don't want to eat anybody's tongue. No. No. Yeah, I know you can try different things. That's why when he told me, he goes, you can have whatever you want. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, in that case, bring on the filet, because that's where we're talking. We're talking about that. But I wanted to try to be fancy and try something different, because I saw somebody next to me order it, and I'm like, oh, that's got to be good. I know, right? Ox tongue. Ew. I don't think any tongue would be good. It was funny. A girls' cruise with group of 10. Oh, see, that would be fun. Being by myself was very awkward because, I'm such a small town girl, or, at this point in time I actually grew up in Memphis, which is a pretty big city. But throughout my whole teenage years and 20s and all that, I lived in a pretty small area. So it was, oh, tell your son I said go to sleep. This is a very important story, Colby Cheese Whiz. I'm joking. All right. So the first night I ended up at the couples table. Then the next night they figured out, okay, we got to put her. So there weren't very many singles there, by the way. Or maybe there were, and I just didn't see them. So I got put at a singles table where We're all single. Shocker. Um, I want to say, was it the second or the third night? Either the second or the third night was Captain's night. I feel like it was this. Oh, you know what? It would have been the second night because that is when I wore this dress. Oh my God. Y'all, this dress was so wrinkled, but it was so pretty. Here, I'll take me out of this for a second. That's what I wore to Captain's night. And I was, you could tell I had been out sunning, getting a little tan on. But yeah, and the girl that I was with did my hair. I really don't remember what she did with it, but I know it was all slicked back. But I loved this. It was called Periwinkle Blue. I know you may not be, you probably can't see the colors real well on here, but I felt really pretty in that dress. I felt so pretty. I know, right? I miss like being able, that was like so fun to dress up and go and like hang out with other people. And I was like, oh, singles, yay. And I was so excited to see singles. I'm just like, this is going to be great. Well, it just so happened there were a couple of guys. I said I wasn't going to meet a guy, right? But there was a couple of them there that were pretty nice looking, and they were like, of course, one of them, he's like a surgeon, he's a doctor, he's a this, he's a that. I'll tell you what he is. He's probably one of those people that we get on our Instagram going, fake Instagram account going, oh, I do this and I do that. And I don't think the guy was any of those things. He was nice looking though. Hold on, I'll show you a picture. So this very night, even though I said I wasn't going to meet somebody, I kind of did. Here's the group picture. That's me in the blue. Everybody else kind of had dark colors. This girl right here to the right in the greenish colored dress, she was the one that was in my room with me. Now, the guy right next to me, who I look very friendly with, he's the supposed doctor. I don't know. He could pass for a doctor. He's a nice looking guy, right? I mean, he's decent looking. This girl to the left, she didn't dress up at all. She's like, I don't care. I'm not down here to dress up. I do not care. Can y'all tell? Like, she wore a t-shirt. I'm all, dude, it's Captain's night. Wear a dress. You're supposed to dress up nice, right? That was the biggest trouble I had, was trying to find like a really nice, pretty dress for Captain's night, because I knew it was supposed to be a big deal. All right, can anybody in here guess? Well, there's not that many to choose from. Which person do you think I actually met? Anybody want to take a guess? Because, I mean, you only got two to choose from. There's only two guys. You got a 50-50 chance of figuring it out. Anybody? Colby, actually, no, I did not. Well, might have had a little bit on this cruise, but not really. I just was like excited. It was fun. It was new. It was an adventure. And I guess now that I'm thinking about it, it's probably not really that big of an adventure compared to what a lot of people have done. Yep, the one on the right. You are correct. I have a type. I definitely have a type. Actually, the guy with the beard and mustache was very nice looking. I danced with him. He's really sweet. I just thought he's full of shit. Actually, so was the one on the right. Let me see. Which guys aren't full of shit, right? Yes, the one on the right. So as we're eating dinner, now, let me tell you something. My roommate sitting there next to him, she did that purposely. She was like, I'm going to bring this guy to our room tonight. And I'm like, girl, if you're bringing him to the room, can you please let me know so I don't walk in on some freaky shit? Like, hello? Oh, crap. Indy's in here. Sorry, dude, but you're going to hear stuff. I said, at least warn me if you're going to get freaky with this guy. Like, let me know, because I'm going to go gamble. I'm going to go hit up the bars, because I hit up all the bars. I danced my ass off. It's weird dancing on a cruise ship, in case you don't know that, because, you already feel like you're off kilter, or at least I did, because you could never see a horizon. There wasn't anything there. All you saw was a whole ton of water. No, he's not a troll. He lives in my house. Definitely not a troll. I don't know. I mean, he could be. I could block him. No, just kidding. So, yeah, this lady right here, she was determined, and boy, she chased this dude down. I let her because I didn't care. I didn't want to meet anybody, but he kept eyeing me like across the table while I was eating, and I thought this is making me very uncomfortable. Doxing me. Wait, what? Thought someone was doxing me. Oh, what do you mean, Colby? Where? Where did you think someone was doxing? In here? I didn't see anything. I don't want you to be uncomfortable. Oh, okay. I got confused on that. All right. So, anyway, this was actually a really fun night. I. Indy. Oh, Indy is your city. No. He used to work with Indy Cars. Colby. That's probably that's why he has the name. Actually, he was the crew chief. So there you go. Oh, I could tell you stories about racing. Those were fun days, and I probably don't remember most of them, but I can give you a little info. But this was a fun night. I have to admit, like we all had lots of alcohol, except for the one on the right, because he doesn't drink. He was an alcoholic at one point and didn't drink ever. The whole time I was around him, I never saw him drink. Well, because he was a, what do they call it? So if you're an alcoholic who doesn't drink, you're a recovering alcoholic. I'm assuming. I don't know. Sorry, not to be like rude to anybody who is, but he just doesn't drink anymore. So everybody else though was having a blast, a big old blast. Now I don't think we got charged for alcohol on Captain's Night until you leave your dinner. Once you leave your meal, wherever you go, because all of these little places you hit up, oh honey, they ask for that little card that you come in with. They give you a little card and it's like connected to your room number. And every single morning you hear that little slip of paper come underneath that door. And let me tell you about that slip of paper. That slip of paper every morning was like, oh shit, how much did I drink last night? My head's telling me probably a lot. But when that bill slips underneath that door, there's a whole nother story because it's like, oh, this is gonna hurt. Because at the end of it all, you have to pay that. They don't give it to you for free. I don't know if y'all know this, but they don't give you free stuff on your cruise. I'm just saying, except for the food, which, by the way, you're still paying for. I did. I had a ton of fun that night. But, oh, you had the drink pass? See, I don't know if they had that back then. I do know this. I made the mistake. I'll go back. I'll go backwards a little bit. Like when we first got ready to take off, whatever you want to call it, leave the port. They give you these pretty drinks, with like little fruit and stuff coming out of them. And I went and got one of those and I thought, oh, I'm going to celebrate. I'm going to wave to everybody. Don't y'all love it? You just hang over the side and like wave to everybody. Kind of, I felt like the Titanic, except for we didn't go down. But I was just waving, bye. I don't know who you are, but I'm just drinking. Oh my God, this drink was, it was, ugh. There was no juice in it. It was just straight up alcohol. Like they were trying to kill me. I walked over to the guy and I said, this is a really good drink, but could you put some like juice in it or something for me? Because it's really strong. He goes, psh. I looked at him, I'm like, really? Like, I'm going to die tonight for my first night. Where do y'all think I spent my first night? Mm-hmm. Puking. Yeah, don't be eating while you're watching this. I'm going to tell you right now, I puked. I was like, oh, for the love of God. And I puked up part of it on purpose because I was like, this is bad. I'm so drunk I can't walk. I didn't know where my room was. And I'm by myself. Hello? Remember? I'm alone. At this point, I didn't even know who my roommate was. I didn't know I had one. And I finally get to my room. I'm like, God, that drink was horrendous. Like, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be sick. And she says, oh, great. I have one of those, a lightweight. And I thought, oh, no, honey, I am no lightweight. But whatever was in that drink was bad news. Blech. I just was like, Sick everywhere. Once I got sick, I took a little nap. I woke up and then I went to party. Because, you start all over again. You're braver than me, girl. Let me tell you, that was a brave thing to do. Because, you talk about getting out of your comfort zone. Spinning feeling. Yeah, I wasn't quite spinning just yet. I think I was more like sick because I wasn't used to having that feeling of nothingness under me. You feel weird when you're on a cruise. You can't really feel the ship. The ship, you don't really feel the movement. I didn't feel any movement. At least not that night. But it's like just being stuffed up inside this little room down, where I clearly didn't have a view. I didn't pay the extra money to get a view. I knew I wasn't going to be in there very often. I figured I'd be out partying, which I was. I spent a few hours in that room a day, which was to sleep. I caught one sunset because my naps were like I would party all night, have fun, and I would sleep a little in the morning, and then I'd get back out, and then I'd go back in and take a nap, and then I'd get back out again. I got into like I had my own little like schedule, and it was fun. There's so many horror stories, so many, you have balls. We went with 20. Well, yeah, I know. I was actually, it's probably not very smart on my part to do that with, yeah, it probably wasn't very smart. Luckily, I didn't get taken advantage of. Well, yeah, there might have been movement. I don't know what I felt. I didn't really care because I was having a blast. I was having so much fun. It was so weird for me too. I'm just like, I feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone. Remember, little tiny town where everybody knows my name. Can't go to Walmart unless I dress up in something where people don't know me. A hat and sunglasses. It's like, just don't recognize me. Don't recognize me. But yeah, I had fun. So night number 2 is where I met the I'm not gonna call him a gent. The man, the dude. Okay. And since my roommate liked him so much, I'm like, you can totally have him. I don't want to meet anybody. I don't want to be with anybody here. I thought he was handsome, but I was like, I don't. That's not what I came here for. I came here to find me, not him. Me. So she's like chasing this guy around. Meanwhile, he's going everywhere I'm going. So I've got him behind me and her behind him. It's sort of like a little situation. This guy's like, all I want to do is just buy you a drink. I just want to hang out with you. I'm like, nope, don't want to hang out. I was like, my roommate seems to really like you, so I think you two should totally hit it off. Well, after, you don't want to be in that dress all night. So I went downstairs and I changed into, probably the same outfit I went to the cruise on, shorts, decent shirt, whatever. That's what I do. Yeah, it was a different time. I think, although it would have been very easy for something to happen on that ship and nobody would know it. Probably a lot of things happen on that ship and nobody knew it. I don't know. Well, I don't kiss and tell, but so I kind of gave in eventually, and I was like, fine, you can buy me a drink. And we started hanging out at the casino and talking, getting to know each other. No, she didn't get the hint he wanted me at all, girl. Not even in the tiniest amount, because she was like, I just know he likes me. He keeps looking at me. And I said, he's looking at me sitting next to you. Like, are you not getting this? I'm like, and it's kind of annoying. I kept telling him, I said, you're annoying. Go away. She likes you. Go after her. If you need to get laid or whatever you need to do, like, she's your girl. Because I'm not up for this. Well, I kind of got to know him a little bit. And I really thought he was a good guy. I'm not going to lie. I thought he was decent. I don't remember which night. We spent the rest of the whole entire trip together. Let's put it that way. The whole trip. Like side by side. Matter of fact, I'm not even sure if I ever went back to my room. Maybe a couple times. Oh yeah, I did, because there was a few times I got out away from the room. I went to the first stop was Key West, which, as you know, is just like they just had to go down south. Wait. South, as in south of Florida. Yes, please hit the like and subscribe button. I'm not always this weird, I promise. Um, and I'm not even drunk. Maybe if I'm drunk, I won't be so weird. Um, so I did the little tour of Key West by myself, which by the way, I love Key West. If I had it to do over again, I wish I would have had more time to spend there. It was a super cool city. I don't know if y'all have ever been there, but it's really neat. So every picture that I have of me there, which I didn't share any here, um, we're all taken by some stranger on the street. I'm like, hey, I'm here alone. Like, can you take my picture with my head up on top of this lady with the big boobs? You know how they have all the like little catchy stuff. But I did get pictures of me there, and I had a blast. And then so when you I guess when you decide, like when you get there, you pick and choose like what you want to do, like an activity. Once we get to Mexico, and I chose to go not scuba diving, snorkeling. And the guy that I met did the, what do you call that? Where you go to the Mayan ruins, you take like a little donkey ride or a horse ride or something like that. I don't know. There was an ass on an ass, I'm assuming. Um, so that we separated during that part too. Oh, actually, I might have a picture from when I went snorkeling. Oh yeah, wait, actually I do. Well, I think this is where I was sitting on the beach, which by the way, they have cool little like tiki bars and okay, I was dark and my little stomach was dark. Can y'all tell? I had a little tan going on there. By the way, after that day in Mexico, I was really dark. Like I have pictures when I got home that just blow people's mind. I get a really good tan when I go out and about, but I always burn first. This time I didn't though. Mm. As you can tell, there was like a flash or something on my forehead there. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, that's me sitting there at the tiki bar thing, hanging out, and I had some guy walk up to me. Well, no, he swam up to me. And I don't know what he said because he was speaking Spanish, and I y'all know I don't do well with the Spanish at all. And I'm just like do 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 do, looking at these little fish. See these pretty little fish, like right here, these little fishies. I was looking at those little fishies, and I kind of and they tell you don't get away. I just turned super bright red. They tell you don't get away from your group, to stay with your group because weird things happen. Well, they're not lying. So I kind of veered off from away from the group, and I popped my little head up, just kind of look around, whatnot. And there's some dudes and they're staring at me, and I'm like, "Excuse me." I don't know if he spoke English or not, but I looked at him like, "I don't know what you're here for, but you're not getting it from me. Like I'm out of here." I tailed my ass back to the beach, got the Coronas with the lime, and sat there the rest of the time because I was a little freaked out by that. Which, by the way, I don't know if this happens everywhere in Mexico, but where I was at in Mexico, they cannot drive. The cab drivers, they were dented from top to bottom, front to back. There was not a car, not one single car that was not just dented all to hell. They just run into each other. I'm like, oh, I don't have to worry about this trip, like, being an issue because I'm going to die before I even make it to the beach, which I didn't, thank God. And then I managed to get back, and I spent the rest of my entire trip with said man. Here, I'll show another picture. Y'all, I have a thing for Italians. I can't help it. I'm sorry. So, I don't know why there's this random car in the middle of the damn boat. That's kind of weird. Don't y'all think it's kind of weird just to have some random car there? I don't know if it's decoration or what. So, yeah, we started kind of hanging out and, having fun. And I don't know what else we might have done. I don't really want to talk about that on here because my kid will come in here and try to watch it. No, just kidding. Oh yeah, here was I was going. This is when I left to go. This was where we get off to go to Mexico right here. See, do y'all see me wearing any clothes in these pictures? I don't have clothes on. I don't even know why I bothered to pack any. I wore this pretty much the whole time I was there. Yes, I know. No, do not wonder at all. But I did. I kept wandering off and luckily I didn't get in trouble. It was fun though. I gotta admit, like, I will say this: their beaches in Mexico are amazing. They're beautiful. They're so pretty and blue, and the water. I don't care how deep the water was. Even next to where we were, our ship was like the port. The water was super deep, and you could see all the way to the bottom. I thought, God, that's so cool. Yeah, I know. It doesn't take much for me to get like real excited. Mm. All right. So anyway, I ended up in a 4-day, I guess, relationship with this guy. And we talked on the phone day and night from that moment on. I've made it home. Let's see, I think I had one more picture of him. I'm not sure. Oh, yeah, this was taken by, you know how they come by and they just take random pictures, and when you get ready to leave, they go, oh, hey, you can pick from this pictures, and, these are all of you. They, like, give you a little thing that I guess tags you to let you know it's either your picture or somebody that you are with or whatever, to let you know you can buy your photos, which, by the way, those aren't cheap either. So it ends up that we started talking day and night, just constant. Well, I was getting flown out here to Arizona. I think I flew out here 3 times, 3 or 4, but y'all know I don't like to fly. So he was being really nice. Like, let me put it this way. There were a lot of things being told and said to me that I just like fell for. You know, oh my gosh, I'm gonna treat you nice. I'm gonna treat your children. I'm gonna do that. All the promises. Y'all heard them all. Y'all heard all the promises, right? From the hot guys, or even the ugly ones. I don't know. All the promises. So after about 3 or 4 trips out here, I was like, you know what? I think I kind of want to live out here. Like, I liked it. I think the latest that I ever came out here was like April or May, and it was pretty hot. I'll be honest, it was hot. I'm just like, but it's not unbearable hot. So I packed all my stuff, got my 2 little babies. Well, they weren't babies at the time. They were grown. Well, they weren't grown. I had my youngest one was 8. My oldest one was 12. Is that right? 8 and 11, something like that. So I pack up all of our stuff, and I move 1,500 miles away from home. And do y'all ever get this sneaking suspicion that you're doing something that's just not going to go well? Well, let me tell you this much. By the time I got from Tennessee to Arkansas, which I don't know if y'all know this or not, they border each other. I was already going, oof, I don't think this is going to go well. I started to get like a bad feeling. And always go with your gut. Don't give a shit who you are. Go with your gut. If something feels off, I should have turned that truck around and went back to that tiny town and done my thing and just saw, where life took me. But no, I'm going to be the adventurer and go 1,500 miles from home. And how long do y'all think I stayed with this guy when I moved out here? I'll see if y'all have answers. Take a wild guess. It started out pretty good. I will say that, but didn't take very long for it to go downhill. I did, however, get a job right away, and it paid twice out here what I was making out there. Weird. I know it costs more, but still. Nobody's going to guess how long it was before I left? Not one guess? Do y'all want me to tell you? I'm going to wait. I'm going to have a drink and see if anybody wants to guess. $30. Nope, 30 days. 30 days, and I had already gotten a job, and I ended up having to live across the street with some people that I had become sort of friends with. To be honest, though, her hubby was creepy and like hitting on me. It was kind of gross. Ugh. To this day, ugh. There's nothing hot about that guy. But I had to live at their place until I could find a little apartment. Well, then I ended up finding this apartment, and I literally I'm surprised I did not get down on my hands and knees and beg this woman. I'm like, I really, really need this apartment. And I had people willing to drive to come and get me and pack up all my stuff and bring me back home. Like, nope, I'm staying out here in hell. Because as y'all know, I've told you before, when I got here was the 4th of July. There's a big difference between April and May and July in Arizona. Anybody who lives here can tell you. Big difference. Hot AF. Really bad. So like 30 days. And I went, nope, can't do this anymore. The guy did not hold up to not one single promise. But what pissed me off is that he wasn't being nice to my children. He wasn't being mean to my kids, but he was just I don't know, he just turned into this asshole. It was very odd. And I went, nope, I don't put up with that. So I'm out. I didn't care if I had to live in one little bedroom with my 2 kids. We were living in one bedroom, 2 beds in one bedroom, all of our stuff, all like in a little, what do you call it, like a storage place. And when that apartment came up, I literally looked at that lady and I said, I don't think you understand. I will pay you whatever I need to come up with right now to give me this apartment. Please let me have this apartment. Because if you don't, I got to go back home to this little small town where I don't really want to go. And my kids liked it out here. They liked their schools. I mean, they were doing really well. And I got the apartment. It was a 2-bedroom. And oh, yeah, I was going to be mom of the year. I gave each of them their own bedroom. There's only 2 bedrooms. So where do y'all think I slept? In the living room. That didn't last very long either. Probably about 30 days. And then I went, okay, wait. There's a big room here and a little one here. I better take the little one and you 2 girls have the big one. So that's what I ended up doing. And that is how I got to Arizona. And I've been out here 22 years. And sometimes I wonder why. I gotta admit, I wonder why. Does anybody have any questions or concerns? Or do y'all want me to move back to little tiny town? Like little tiny town with like 2 bright. There's like 2 lights there, y'all. There might be 3. Now that I think about it, because Main Street has one. There's not much going on there. And you know what I do miss? I miss dancing. By the way, that's how I stayed so thin. When I would dance for like 6 hours straight. Yeah, Margine, I mean, I think that's what's supposed to happen. But I miss my mom. I miss my family. I don't know. I don't have a whole lot of family left. I don't know if y'all know that. I mean, I haven't really said much about that. I don't talk that much about losses and stuff, but I don't have my mother and my kids. That's it. They're my immediate family. That's all I have. Cousins and stuff like that I have, but they never lived anywhere near me anyways. They're all up in northern states. Tennessee. I miss it. Tennessee is beautiful. And Arizona has its own beauty, I will admit, but I'm not real into like prickly things. I would tell y'all hotter stories, but I'm afraid it might get dangerous in here if I do. Let's just say I had a lot of fun on that cruise. Like a lot of fun. Bring mama out? I would, except for mama is in a situation where it just wouldn't work out. Trust me, I would love nothing more than to have my mama out here. Mama Christmas. I have to share that live that I did on Instagram. I have to upload it to this channel so everybody can see all of her Christmas stuff. She just keeps buying too, Margine. I'm like, well, you stop buying stuff, lady, because someday something's going to happen to you. And guess who is going to be stuck with all these things? Me. My brother's not here anymore. We lost my brother about 3 years ago. It's me. Just me. I'll be stuck with a lot of stuff. collectibles. Now, I have to admit, my mom buys nice stuff. She gets a lot of collectibles, but I'm like, I don't know what this stuff is worth. I don't do that. I don't know about y'all, but I don't know what any of this stuff's worth. Now you can like Google it and stuff, but Jesus, you've seen how much stuff she has. It's a lot. It's like a whole shop full downstairs and 2 apartments full upstairs. There's a lot of stuff. So that is the story on how I ended up from Tennessee to Arizona. And I've done a lot since then. Oh no. I lost my brother about 3.5 years ago. He was 4 years older than me, and it was very unexpected. Yes, he was going through some health issues, but like what happened was super unexpected. So I don't have my dad, I don't have my brother, obviously I don't have my grandparents. I guess I'm not that old. I could have. He'd be awfully old by now. But I lost a lot of people. A lot of close people. So I guess that's why it's really hard for me when I see people on these platforms and they're using them to grieve. Don't grieve on a public platform. Don't do that. I can tell you right now, I lost my daughter. I lost a daughter not long after I moved out here. So that's the hardest loss you'll ever go through. But I think social media would have done, it could have been hit or miss. It could have been good for the support part, but I would have never been like a public person when it comes to grieving. I stuffed it all in. I did, I probably didn't deal with it the best. That's why, when it was hard for me to do that live about Annie and Robert losing their baby, because that's a hard loss. I can tell you all that. How many times do y'all think I hit up the hot tub while I was on the cruise? I did a lot of hot tubbing. Let's see if I have any. No, they shouldn't. No, they shouldn't. My dad passed about 8 years ago. Yeah, I know. I've literally lost like all my immediate family. It's weird. But I'm not going to cry about it. I take my time to like grieve. You have to grieve. I mean, for those who have lost anybody, it doesn't matter who it is. You have to grieve. But I don't think grieving about it on a public platform is a healthy way to grieve. You know what I'm saying? I just don't. I think you should do that in private. That's my personal opinion. If somebody doesn't like it, I really can't help it. But that's just my opinion. I think it should be done privately. And there are groups out there. As a matter of fact, I went to a grief group in 2019, right before all this, pandemic stuff happened. And you have to remember that was almost 20 years after my daughter passed. And I had a really good friend of mine who passed away while I was in the Greek class. And I thank God I had those people, because that was tough. That was hard to watch her pass. And it was such an awful passing. That I was really, really glad. See, I was, like you said earlier, Margie, I was meant to be there. My personal opinion was I was meant to be there because it helped me. It helped me a lot. Even after all those years, it still helped a lot. Let's see if I can find any other interesting pictures. I don't really think I took a whole lot of pictures, y'all, because I was busy like laying out in the sun. Oh, they do ice sculpting there. That was fun. There's a picture of the hot tub right there, because I was in the hot tub a lot. I don't like hot things either, but I was skinny, so it didn't matter back then. Oh, there's the beach. Let's see. I don't think I have anything real exciting here. I took a lot of pictures of Key West because I really liked Key West. I found it interesting that they had, told you I want you to write my books. Oh, What am I writing books about, Miss Margine? I love to write, by the way. That's actually how I dealt with my grief. I wrote a book about my daughter. I wrote a book about how when she got sick. I wrote a book about, well, the book included how she got sick and kind of a lot of stuff that we went through at St. Jude, which I feel like I should probably do like I know you can't ask people for money, but if you put a link to St. Jude and maybe just I could do like a special at some point. We'll have 10 sequels? Holy shit. What are we writing about? Good God. What are we writing about? I know people keep saying they want me to write about St. Jude. I mean, not St. Jude. They want me to write about YouTube. I've got St. Jude on the brain. Let's see here. I can show this picture. I won't show my recent daughter, but I will show this one. Like, this is right after I got back from my cruise. Look how dark I was. I was so much darker than her. She goes, Mom, what happened to you? Why are you so dark? Yeah, no. How about the hairy chest contest? Oh, yes. Oh my gosh. Yes. Fight Like a Girl. I just saw that. I actually just saw that. And the couple that won was the couple that was on the flight with me. Her husband had a major hairy chest and he won the contest. I just saw that picture. Hold on. Yeah, I actually took a picture of that because they were like really sweet. Unfortunately, I didn't fly back with them. They had a different flight. Let's see. Where was it? Oh, yeah. Right here it is. I don't know why they made them kiss, though. I thought that was strange. Hello, Nikki. Yeah, that was the couple I was on there with. See the couple that's kissing right there? He won the hairiest chest contest. Oh, and then they did the and I kind of thought about doing this. The one where you go underneath the stick. What's that called? You know what I'm talking about? What's it called? I forgot what it's called. But y'all have to remember, I was skinny back then. I could do that. I could get away with it. Let me tell y'all something. Ooh, so on our way to Mexico, I forgot about this. So we got, our ship we were in the middle of a hurricane. Okay? The middle of a hurricane. Yes, I do too, Fight Like a Girl. And I really want to do that. And what I want is for everything to be given to St. Jude, but in Ashley's memory, because that's my daughter's name. My daughter's Ashley. Oh yeah, she was trying to get her kiddo down. He's like, nope, not having it. I'm busy. Thanks, Mom. Thanks for trying. So on the way either to or from, I think it was to Mexico. So they did this big Mexican theme on the ship, and they put out a dance floor. And I was like, oh, hell, I see a dance floor. And my guy's like, you do feel this ship moving, right? I was like, I don't care. I could dance in anything. Of course, it might have been alcohol talking. I don't know. We were drinking. I didn't care. Well, let me tell you this. It was a challenge. It was a challenge because the ship, and for those things to move, there has to be quite a bit of movement in the water. Because it was kind of doing this. But I was still out there doing my thing, getting my dance on. But we were doing line dancing. And we were all trying to stay in line with each other. It was not going well. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm probably going to get sick from this. So that very night, that was one of the few nights that I said, I cannot stay in a room. Because when you go down into the room, when you can't look out and see anything, but he had one of those lame rooms too. I went to pull his curtain back. I'm like, damn, I have the same lame room with no water. There's no water out there. Like, at least put a picture or something there. Do something. Come on. Get it together. They may have by now. But that particular night, we had a lot of seasick people. A lot of people hanging over the edge, puking. Because if you didn't get out up like on the deck part of it, because we were down in the room, you could feel the movement. And all of a sudden, that's when you notice everybody's doors opening, everybody coming out. Like, it didn't matter what kind. It was in the middle of the night, too. People were like in their jammies. They did not care. they're like, I have to get out of here. I have to get air. Like, you get a little claustrophobic, and the movement is making people sick. But I could line dance with a big old ship moving, and that was a feat. Let me tell you, that was not easy. It was fun though. It was fun. Cheers to dancing while stuff's moving. I don't know what is going on with this cup, y'all. This glass. It used to be really nice and clean. I don't know what happened to it. Ooh, what is that? I don't know why I keep going out of focus. It's the glass. It's the wine. That stuff's really good. The wine is like, is my screen getting drunk or what's happening here? But yeah, that was fun, y'all. And then, hold on.
Stifling you or something. I don't know.
No. There's folks up in my house wanting to talk. Hello, this is a bad time to talk. Let me see if I have any other cool pictures. I thought the ice sculpture was cool. I was laying out in the sun while I watched that. Getting my big old buckets of beer. Yes. Well, trust me, there were a lot of people that had to have a balcony that night. That was probably one of the few nights that you like actually saw everybody, other than dinner, because they were all in the same place trying to get air. Like we're all like, I need air. Was that before or after Titanic? Let's see. When did Titanic come out? That was after. Titanic came out in 98. Well, I don't know why I know that information. I cried like a baby. Did anybody cry watching Titanic? I did. I cried like a baby. And I was doing training for the bank at the time. So I had these two friends of mine with me doing training at the same time. What is with that out of focus? That's so weird. So we decided to go see, 97, 98. Yeah, we decided to go see Titanic, and they were like, she's going to be the crier. We're in middle school? Oh, I'm jealous, Nikki. We got a youngin' in here. So jealous. Wish I was in middle school back in the 90s. I do. I would do things differently. Oh, this is this picture y'all have to see. Because, hello, talk about tourist written all over my face. Hello, do I look like a tourist? That is my head on top of like this very large-chested woman. Which, by the way, that's a piece of wood, just so you know. It's not an actual woman. I'm telling y'all, Key West is a cool place to go, being trapped. Margine. That is my biggest fear in the whole wide world, and it happened to me. Oh, I'm really glad that you clarified that, Christine. I didn't even know you were in here. Hello, Christine. Christine, my bestie. Y'all, we're going to have a girls' night out soon. Really soon. Gonna have some drinks. Live it up here in Arizona. Because she's my Arizona friend. Yeah, I watched it, and they kept telling me, they're like, she's going to cry. She's going to cry. I'm not going to cry over some stupid movie. I bawled like a baby. I was like, I'm talking about like literal huge tears coming down my face, crying. I was like, why am I crying so hard? I know this is not real. I know. Where has she been? I like 6 balconies. Girl, there were so many balconies on this ship. I don't think I ever like went around the entire place. I seemed to kind of stick with certain areas when I was there. Like the hot tub and the bars, clearly. And maybe somebody else's room. I'm not going to say whose. I'm just saying I did not stay in my room very often. I know, Christine has not been in here. I don't know where she's been. Oh, there's the one sunset that I caught. I caught one. Let's see here. I see I can share this picture though. Because this is my daughter that's no longer with me right here. So she was my mini-me. But look how dark I was right there. She's actually pretty dark, too. Let's see. Can y'all see that? Or is the light getting in? Isn't she cute? Love this kid. We're on floor 9. It was amazing. Wait a minute. You saw a huge sea turtle. Oh, wait. So you were saying you're above... you were above the water line? Oh, girl, I don't know. I don't know if I like a girl. If I can do another. I got off that thing and I still felt like I was cruising for like a week. I had the weirdest, like it throws your equilibrium off or something. I don't know. It threw me off. I didn't feel right for quite some time. Okay, so see, y'all, this was the guy that I fell for. I mean, he was nice. He's a nice looking dude. Wait, how do you get that up there? He's a good looking guy. Nice smile. Nice body. Nice guy, I thought. You don't think I'd move 1,500 miles to be out here with somebody that I knew was an asshole, right? No. I had lived with one for 10 years, so I would never have done that. Girls cruise. Ooh, that's interesting. Don't get me started on stuff like that because I will be the first one in line to say, let's get the hell out of here. Wait, you can make payments in sometimes 2 years. Oh, seriously? Do they cost that much now? I haven't even looked. I know with pandemic and stuff, everything like they were practically giving them away, but you couldn't get on a cruise for like how long? Over a year and a half? Maybe? It's a long time. You would live on a cruise? Shut up. Really? I don't think I could live on one because I did a constant like party session while I was there, so I would die. Yeah, I would have alcohol poisoning or something. It probably wouldn't go well. I am honestly surprised I did not get pregnant on that cruise. It didn't. Thank the good Lord. I mean, I'm not saying that I don't love the children I have. I'm just saying I did not need another one. Okay, well, I like the. Stop doing that. It's messing with me. I like the cruise part. But I'll tell you where I'd like to cruise. Okay, this would be the best cruise ever. There's a Mediterranean cruise you can go on. Now, I know you have to fly to, I don't know which country it leaves from, but there's somebody I follow on Instagram that did that. She was from Marrying Millions, I want to say. Is that familiar? I forget her name. It starts with a G. She's really, really pretty girl. And she did this whole big Mediterranean like cruise where it stopped at all these different areas. And it was amazing. Now that I would be on board for. No pun intended. I would totally do it. I don't care what it costs. I'd just be like, here's all my cards. Here, take all my credit cards. I only have like 7 or 8 anyways. Just be like, take them all. If you want all my money, have it. But that would be fun. $800? Holy shit, I paid more for that than, I'm pretty sure I paid more. Wow, back 22 years ago and I paid more than that. That's weird. Yeah, April 28th. Almost exactly 20, well, this is 99, so 23 years. But I want to say I paid like 650, 700, pretty close to that. Good night, Margine. Nice wind down. Yeah, I know I'm chilling tonight. I'm just chilling. I'm going to tell stories every Sunday until I run out of stories. I have some good ones. Oh, Lord. Most of them involve my mama and my grandmama. My grandma. Some of them don't. I feel like we should do like, because somebody mentioned doing like a raising money for St. Jude. I probably would wait until September because September is Childhood Cancer Awareness Month. But then my mother had breast cancer. When is October is breast cancer. So maybe I'll just do 2 months, September, October. I'll just raise money. It'll go to like, I had trouble with that on my 90-day page because I have like almost 14, I have over 13,000 followers. And I think people are confused when I put a fundraiser on there. They think the money is going to me. I don't see a dime of that money. It goes straight to the organization, just so y'all know. I mean, I just want to put that out there because I think people were confused with like, where is this going? Like it was going to the Coalition for Battered Women or something. I was trying to raise money for women, who needed it for like shelter and clothing and stuff for their kids, because I've been there. I haven't had like, a pampered life. I wasn't born with a silver spoon in my mouth. Didn't have everything handed to me. I had a good childhood, but things changed. Things change, situations change, people change, parents change. And, I'm not going to sit here and go, oh my God, I had it so hard. But I didn't have it easily. It wasn't easy. Things didn't come easy to me. But you're not going to hear me cry about it. Because, oh my God, your electricity went out? Colby, you are having a hard day. It's like, this has been a rough day for you. She thought she was getting doxxed. Y'all do know that she had one of those pizza deliveries, right? Colby had a pizza delivery from Jules. Jules, did you pay for the pizza? Nobody paid for any pizzas today. Jules had 2 pizza deliveries, no payment. Who did that? Why? Why would somebody do that? It's childish. I'm sorry. Whoever did that, any of you do come in here and listen, can I just say, you're very childish. We're grown women or men or whoever you are that did it. Like, really tacky. Tacky, bad manners, bad everything. Oh, bad weather. Oof. Well, I hope you're okay over there. Oh, I hate having I could not handle a dead phone. Could someone buy me pizza? Colby, hold on. Let's see. Text me. Oh shit! I don't have your phone number. I was gonna say you could text me your address, and I would buy you a pizza. I would do that. Wait a minute. Isn't it like late there? 11:45? 10, 12:45? Hell, I don't know. She needs a pizza. Will somebody please send Colby a pizza? And this time it needs to be a real one that's paid for, because God love her. And Colby, didn't you say your husband like tipped him or something? Because I guess the money was. I know you're kidding. Didn't you say that they were going to take the price of that pizza out of his pay? Could have swore I saw you write that. I was like, oh my God, what if they've been doing that? Domino's is closed. Damn it, fight like a girl. Domino's, what is wrong with you? You'll have to go on down to one of the all-nighter 24/7. Oh, 7-Eleven. My man felt bad and tipped him. Aw. See, that's really sweet, because that guy wasn't going to get squat for that trip. Nothing. He's going to get nothing. All because somebody thinks it's very funny and witty to call and order a pizza to someone's house and not pay for it. Why would you do that? I can't. And when people bring up writing a book about the shit that goes on in this YouTube community, I'm like, my brain cannot keep up with that. There's no way my brain can keep up with that. Are you kidding me? Oh, it's very sad and immature. You don't have 7-Eleven? Well, you have to have a convenience store of some kind, right? Although, no, I was just getting ready. I was trying to think, was there one in my mama's small town where I lived? Yeah, there's one. Strange as certain people know I hate Domino's. And oh, hold on. It was a pizza with bacon, and whoever it is knows you hate bacon. Oh, wow. So you hate Domino's, and you hate bacon on your pizza, and you got a Domino's pizza with bacon on it? First of all, okay, I'm okay with you hating the Domino's part. How do you not like bacon? Or you just don't like bacon on pizza? I'm trying to figure this out, Colby. Now my brain is like going like 90 miles per hour. It's just like, wait a minute. So do you like bacon at all? Or you just don't like bacon on your pizza? Love bacon pizza rolls. Hate bacon on pizza. Okay, got you. That's all I need to know. Pizza Hut. I don't think Pizza Hut is even open right now. So they probably already had dinner since she's on Eastern time, I think. At the very least, she's 2 hours later than me. So it's like almost midnight. If it's not, it's almost 1 o'clock in the morning. What y'all doing up so late? Y'all Eastern people. Why y'all up so late? Listening to me talk about some stuff. Some moving out here stuff. By the way, I might be little, but I was mighty. Because guess who put all that crap in that truck? Alone. Should have seen me try to get that bed down the damn stairs by myself. It was not an easy feat. I was like, oh my God. I was in so much pain on that trip because I packed everything. I finished everything the night before because I got the moving truck like the day before. So he flew out to Tennessee and I picked him up from the same airport over in Nashville. So I had 4 hours of driving the day before. It's all my fault. It's my fault. What did I do, Colby? Okay, you're on Central Time. I am on Arizona time. We never change. Our time never changes. Everybody else changes. Although, Colby, correct me if I'm wrong. I'll have to get the Google and see. But isn't there a part of Arizona or Indiana that the time they don't do the time change? I know I saw that on a special one time. I remember them saying that literally there were people like on this side of the street where it would be like 10 o'clock. And then the people on the other side of the street, it would be like 11 o'clock. It was a different time zone on one side of the street from the other. I was like, that's weird. Why would you do that? You don't understand how messed up that is? I'm sure it does. I'm not sure it does here where I live. It somewhere in Indiana. I don't know where in Indiana. I'm gonna have to. Oh my gosh! I'm gonna get the Google. Y'all excuse me while I get the Google. Don't y'all want to know? Let's see, time change in Indiana. Okay, here we go. Yeah, that's what I meant. Daylight savings began at 2 a.m. Okay, March 13th. Da, da, da. Does Indiana change their clocks? They must have changed it. I know I love Google, but I feel like I know at one time, because I used to love to watch specials on like weird, like random facts. Like today I watched a special on the Titanic. Not even lying, I did. It was interesting, y'all. There was a lot more stuff that went on with that Titanic thing than y'all realize. I like to watch things where I learn. I love to learn. I don't know about y'all, but I like to learn. That's why I get annoyed when I go into like some of these YouTube things and I don't learn anything. I'm just like, oh, okay. There's just a whole bunch of yelling in here. What the hell is that? I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I'll just leave. Honestly, I won't listen to it. It's stressful. It makes me like nervous and I don't need it. Somebody was saying they were claustrophobic. I got stuck in an elevator for an hour and a half at St. Jude. What do you think about that shit? I was not claustrophobic as bad until that happened. How do people go to the bottom of the ocean oh, you know what? They send these little things down. Colby, it didn't say on there, but they have like these little like mini submarines that can go down so far, and so they can go down pretty far where they can look, but they send these things down and they can like go in like all inside the Titanic and they can take pictures of stuff. It's really actually when you get lights and you have an opportunity to look it up on your phone, like how they look at all that stuff. Okay. I just got a text from a sweet friend. It's kind of interesting. Yeah, because they send down like all these different types of cameras, and I don't know how those cameras survive it. I guess they're made to go really, really deep into the ocean, but they can tell a lot about like how things took place, how things ended, like because of where they landed. Yeah, I'm really glad that my ship that I was on did not go down. That's all I gotta say. Because if I get like really interested in talking about something, I'll talk about it all night and bore the hell out of everybody. But you should go look it up. It's actually really cool, Kobe. Like look up some the documentaries they show on it are amazing. It's very interesting. And if you ever get like an artifacts that comes to visit nearby, maybe Indiana, I don't know how close you are to, I mean, Indianapolis. I'm not sure how close you are to Indianapolis. But like a biggest city close by, when they bring the Titanic stuff to come and, because they take it all around the United States, maybe the world, I don't know. It's very interesting to go see. It's kind of creepy though. I'll be honest. It's a little creepy because you're like, ugh. 1,592 people died on this ship. That's really good wine. I bet I don't sleep tonight. I'm one of those people. I don't sleep after a drink. I get very talkative. Yeah, I'm not lying, Colby. Like if oh dang it, I don't have a way to get your you don't have I forgot you don't have Instagram. Good on you, I don't blame you. Um you know what? Send if you ever get in contact with Jules, send her your email for me if you don't mind, if you're comfortable with that. If you're not comfortable, that's cool. But if you are, we could email back and forth. I could send you cool stuff. Your son would be totally interested too. Maybe. I don't know. He likes to make videos and stuff. Speaking of which, can you ask your son how I could edit a video and help me out? I have a video that I did. I did a covered Survivor, which I love. I love the show. I just felt like it took a whole different turn, and I kind of want to like edit that part out and put it elsewhere. And I don't know how. I am not an editor. I can edit photos. I don't know how to edit videos. I live near one of the Great Lakes, and I love reading, seeing, hearing. Oh, that's interesting. The only Great Lake I think no, I've seen two of them. I want to say I saw Erie Lake. Is that one in Ohio? I don't remember, but it was gorgeous. It was very close to where my some of my family members live, and we went there just to see it. I have a picture of me in front of it, and it's like it was so cold there, and you would stand on. There's just these huge rocks around the area where we were at. Okay, is it Erie? And it's beautiful. It's beautiful. I mean, I couldn't get over how gorgeous it was. I love the water. Period. I'm a water girl. I could live on a beach. If I'm going to be homeless, I'm not going to be homeless here in Arizona in the heat. I'm going to be homeless on the beach. Because y'all know I'm not going to be homeless, hopefully. But if I ever am, be homeless on the beach because they always have showers. Think about it. They have outdoor showers. I mean, you probably don't want to get naked in front of everybody. But you got like a place to shower. And then, you can lay on the sand. Hopefully not get sand fleas because that would be rough. But you get to go to sleep to the sound of the waves and pray that the water line doesn't get so far up that it like just washes you off in the ocean. That'd suck. That'd really suck. The place that we stayed in one time in La Jolla, the water line came all the way up to like this little wall. And I was like, this is weird because we were just on this beach earlier today and the water line was coming up to noticed in dark. Naked and dark, you won't be seen. Oh, that's true, Colby. As long as there's not like a full moon, I guess. Well, there would be a full moon anyways, because if you're naked, you're going to be showing everything. Right? That is a good point, though. Well, let's just hope I don't ever get to that point. Maybe, yeah, I don't necessarily want to get to that point. I'll tell you where I found, one of the cities I thought was probably the most interesting to see like homeless people was San Francisco. I actually really like San Francisco. I did. Wait, let me rephrase. I liked San Francisco 15 years ago. Love your story. You found the brave inside of you, and we all have it, ladies. Just takes a little time and BS. Thank you, Forever Young. I appreciate that. You don't get to hear that enough from people, you know? It actually did take a lot of bravery. I don't think y'all realize. I know it doesn't sound like much, but a crab might bite your ass. I know that's what I was thinking, Colby. I was thinking of little crabs too, that like trying to come up in the sand, like little. I don't know what they're called. Are those the ones that go sideways? I always see those on Survivor. I'm like, why do they walk sideways? Yeah, it is. And I will say this: it was brave for me to venture out with my two kids. If it was just me, I mean, I could have stayed out here and with no issues. But being that far from home and having two children and being a single mother, I mean, I was already a single mother anyway, but it's kind of like that brought a whole new dynamic. Y'all, I had a couch brought into my apartment because you remember I said I got an apartment. I had 2 bedrooms full of furniture, okay, and some other stuff, but I didn't have a couch. So I had some friends of mine, they're like, hey, there's this couch out on the side of the road. Are you interested? And I'm like, I ain't even lying, y'all. I was like, why is it on the side of the road? And they're like, I don't know. Somebody doesn't want it. I go, well, what does it look like? And they go, well, I don't know, but it's orange. And I'm like, what do you mean it's orange? I'm not even lying, y'all. It was Tennessee orange. Anybody from Tennessee knows what I mean by that. And I was like, you know what? It's a sign. Let's make sure and clean it off really well, vacuum everything out, check underneath, make sure there's nothing weird in there, like, because we don't want weird shit coming up in my apartment, because I had a cute little apartment. And yeah, I slept on that thing. So, and let me tell y'all what, when you sat on it, you felt the springs. Like, this thing had to have been from back in the 70s. It was rough, but it was like, so it would fold up, like, you know, it was like the old fashioned what are those called? You know, where you can either like have them flat or like you can have the back side of it up. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Shit, I can't think of the name of them right offhand. But it was like the old fashioned kind, and the springs on it. Every time I would sit on it, and y'all can see how small I was. I weighed like 105 or something, and even when I would sit on it, I could hear the little ring, 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 little springs. It was not good. But I mean, hey, I put a nice little cover on it. I made it nice, as nice as I could. And believe it or not, I kept that thing until my apartment was no longer mine. Been listening with you all. What a treat. By the way, my sister lives in... Shut up! Your sister lives in Nashville? Oh, I think you might have told me that before, Forever Young. I love Nashville. Remember? Because I think we had that conversation. Tennessee orange. They bleed orange in Tennessee, in case y'all don't know. And by the way, that is still and will always be my home. Anytime I want to go back, all I gotta do is click my heels and poof. No, it's not that easy. Not that easy. But if I want to go back, I can. I have my mama there, my stepdad. Wow, I just thought about it. It's the only family I have left there. Everybody else is they're all like Michigan, let's see, Arkansas, Mississippi, everywhere. They're all spread out. My family is the most spread out family ever. But I guess that comes with the territory. I love that though. Nashville, okay, Forever Young. So I'll give you a little hint. And a lot of people ask about my books and like why I wrote the areas I wrote about. So my first one is primarily based in Germantown, which is a part of Memphis, and San Francisco. The second one is based in a little bit of San Francisco, a little bit of Germantown, and Nashville. So clearly there takes a big turn on the second book. If y'all do not have my books, the links are in my bios. I wonder if I can do a link on YouTube. I could link it down in the description box. But and I just went to Nashville last year too. That was fun. I wish I would have gone before I wrote about it in my book, but I think I covered the like ambiance of it. I feel like I did. I hope I did. It was fun to write. Y'all, I wrote 2 books, and let me tell you something. That is, wow, way harder than you'll realize. Way harder. So many words. I know, Colby. Don't you have an email or so? Well, if you're not comfortable though with sharing information with me, don't do it. I don't want that. Because I mean, I don't want to give people information and vice versa if they're not like comfortable with it. But if you have an email, actually, no, you can't write people on. I'm trying to figure out, is there a way you can write people on YouTube? I don't think you can. Sucks. Well, if you ever like, yeah, and Colby, I've sent like signed copies of my books to people, and they've been so open with giving me their address. This was before the days of doxing and like, oh my gosh, I have so and so's address. Like, well, whoop de freaking do. Good for you. Do y'all know that I was getting people's addresses as far back as like 2 years ago and longer, and was sending out books galore? I mean, I would send out like huge stacks of signed copies of my books. Not once did it ever enter my mind to go, let me save this person's address just in case I need to give it to somebody. Not once. I would never do that. I'm very private. I mean, I talk about my life on here and on Instagram and whatnot some, but I keep a lot of stuff private and to myself and with friends, just with certain people that I know I can trust. Well, yeah, you know what? I don't blame you, Colby. I really don't. You could have a very private IG, but I don't know if it's even a good idea for you to do that, because you're going to have people that are going to try to follow you and try to send you messages and that type of stuff. If you're not good with that, don't do it. You got to go with your gut. And if you don't feel good about it, don't do it. I don't blame you. And I don't blame you for changing your number. I really don't. Not even the slightest. I think we should have like, ooh, damn it, wine makes me think. I wrote part of my book. There's one part of my book that I wrote. I might have been drinking when I wrote it. My mom calls me and she was like, Susie. I said, yes, Mama. She goes, this chapter so and so. I was like, what's wrong with it? She goes, I said, did I misspell something? She goes, nope. You spelled everything just fine. I'm like, well, what's the problem? And she was like, got a little bit raunchy. I was like, Mom, it's a romance book, for God's sake. What was I supposed to do? Be like, oh, look, he touched her little tushy. Like, excuse me. It had to get raunchy, y'all. That's why it's called a romance, and it's 18 and above. You got to be 18 plus to read that book. Both books. The second one, though, I have to admit, is not as much raunchiness. It's sex, for God's sake. Let's don't act like nobody has it. Right? Y'all having sex up in here because folks be having kids and stuff like that. Somebody in here is having sex. It might not be me, but somebody is. Somebody is. Or has. Or will. Or they might be thinking about it. I don't know. I don't care. It's not my business. My book is not raunchy, though. Let me just put it that way. It's not. But wine makes me say things. Why is everybody so quiet in here? See? Immaculate conception. Yes, fight like a girl. I can't claim to be married or anything like that. But I don't know how I gave birth to 2 children. Actually, I really don't know how I got pregnant. The first time, I honestly don't. I really don't. Like, I was taking all precautions with the exception of the peach daiquiris, and I still got pregnant. The second time was just like a weak moment. That's why I call it a weak moment, because I didn't like my husband very much. He's not a nice person. Ooh, that is not the wine doing that. That is 100% this camera. I've got to get a new camera. I did get, you know what? I did get this cool, hold on. I'll show you. Okay, so I got this cool microphone because sometimes people have trouble hearing me, right? Well, hold on. I'll turn this back on. So is this not the coolest though? Isn't it cool? It's like, oh, it's kind of black, so y'all can't see it. So it's really neat, and it's got all these like neat little buttons and stuff, and it's supposed to work extremely well, except for one problem. When I plug it in, it turns the camera on this off, because there is also a microphone on this, and it takes over the entire thing. And it's like, no, you can't use those together. I'm like, okay, I am a little bit challenged when it comes to some of this stuff. There's got to be a way to make it happen. But if not, well, then that microphone will go back. I did a link tree, y'all, because you can only put one link on Instagram. So all three of my Instagrams, I have my link tree with my books and my YouTube on there, which, by the way, is very easy to do. I didn't think it was that easy. No, I do not have a wish list, and I will probably not have a wish list. I don't see a reason. If I have a wish list, it would be for people to give money to help others. I don't know. Fight Like a Girl, did you have immaculate conception? I need to know. Because you're the one that wrote that. And we know Colby be getting some, because she just said she did. She's like, I getting some. I'm glad somebody is. Oh, I know what I was going to say. See, wine helps. I want to do like an open panel. Hell no. You know exactly how you got pregnant. I want to do an open panel night one night where we can have like everybody come up and tell like a cool little story about themselves. Because, I came from a small town, remember? My story time's going to run out one of these days. I'll be like, just sit here and twiddle my thumbs and be like, I don't have anything else left to say. It's not possible. But wouldn't that be fun? We could do I want to do game nights. I need a helper. I feel like I need a helper. Wait, Fight Like a Girl, do you have Instagram? I don't think I follow you. I know, right? That would be fun. I want to hear other people's experiences in life. I did have a lot of fun with the racing thing. I have to admit that I had a lot of fun. That was where I probably experienced the most fun times in my life. Was going to all these different places, and being in that atmosphere is so exhilarating. I have to admit, it's pretty fun. And I did that for quite a few years. And I have pictures of me going to these nice fancy little banquets and whatnot, and it was fun. I miss it a little bit. Yeah, I think it'd be fun. I would send people, the link privately. I don't really like to throw a link. Drop a link. Drop me a link. I don't really like to do that because you never know who's going to pop up. And I don't need no penises up in my face. So I don't want to be penis bombed or whatever, or porn bombed or whatever they call it. Am I allowed to say that word? I'm not monetized. I guess I can say what I want. I only have a couple hundred more people, though, subs to go. That's not bad. Considering I've only been doing this for 7 months, right? That's not terrible. All right. Well, I know it's late where you all are. Fight Like a Girl, I feel like if you have an Instagram, well, I don't want to ask you to put it out there. I don't know if I follow you or not. I like your name though, Fight Like a Girl. I feel like you have known somebody or have been through some stuff. But I don't know how to tell you to get in contact with me. Actually, you know what? Oh yes, you can, because if you have an Instagram, if you don't want me to give it out, I won't. Like somebody else gave me their Instagram, I will never tell anybody what it is. But I have two, and on the description box down below, so I'll put the links to things I've mentioned here, and I'll also put the link to both of my Instagrams. Oh, well, I hope you're okay. That's why I just get a feeling like I need to talk to you for some reason, and I don't know. Usually when I get that feeling, it's like for a reason. All right, I'll put them down below, and you can contact me and say, hey, this is who I am. And if you're a very private person, just tell me. Don't tell anybody else. And I'm 100 with that, because I can keep secrets way better than people think. I keep secrets. I'm good at that. All right, I'm gonna dip out of here. Next Sunday, oh, I know I'm gonna do story time. I haven't figured out which story yet, because there's a couple of them, and one of them is really pretty funny. So I think I'll probably go with that one. And this one I figured out. Good night. Fight Like a Girl. Thank you for being here. Everybody who supported, I appreciate it. Don't forget to hit the like on your way out. I appreciate it. I appreciate all you being here listening to me, because I've been rambling. Oh my God, an hour and 42 minutes. Holy shit. Okay, I'm out of here. Peace out, everybody. Colby, everybody who's here, have a fabulous night. I hope your son got to sleep okay. Good night. Bye.